actually am a business person and also an academic. So my affiliation with Stanford University actually started in 2002. I applied as a manager at Cisco and a researcher who was also a professor for the Reuters program that was affiliated with MediaX. So we positioned a research project with one of my customers in Mexico and a university on delivering health content using rural networks to underserved populations. So that was, my first experience, and then I moved up in rank at Cisco, and then became a part of a Cisco group that was affiliated with MediaX. And my role at that time was more connecting with professors on campus, as well as being a review person for the different research RFPs that Cisco was positioning. And then I moved on to the Apollo group, where I'm now a vice president and a general manager of a business unit. And in my capacity now, I run a research institute that has academic research, so I like the connection with Stanford, but at the same time, I help orchestrate other groups at Apollo come in and connect with Stanford. So Martha asked me to touch on some of the ways that you can affiliate with Stanford coming in as a corporate person. So I'll just list quickly 7 ways that I thought that there was a good connection. One is, for example, the Reuters. You as a company, you're sponsoring researchers to come in and work on a joint project. You can bring in a wealth of resources, not only just academics, but also business people, and actually pilot projects. So in our case, our health project was used in Mexico by a health insurance firm. We actually used multimedia to explain various diseases to illiterates in Mexico. Number 2 is actually meeting people. I think that in the corporate business world, you have a phenomenal Rolodex, but people at Stanford also have a phenomenal Rolodex. And by coming on campus, you can meet different people. So for example, I met Sergey Brin, and that was really exciting for me because he was still a student. Vince Cerf, Larry Lessig, John Hennessy, the president, of course, and most recently Daphne and Andrew on Coursera. So I think that's very exciting. And also people introduce you to people. So through that, I was able to facilitate connections with Andy DiPaolo, Parvati Deb, and different people with the business community. The group visits. For example, at Apollo, a group of technologists at the Apollo team wanted to come to Stanford looking for specific technologies for something they were working on. And through Martha's organization in MediaX, we were able to orchestrate a number of technology researchers to meet with the corporate people so that they could understand, and technologists, was there a connection. The research RFP process, that's something that Cisco had used, where a corporation has an idea and a research question, they position it out to the community at Stanford, and then many of us on the corporate side review it. Collaboration, as I mentioned, Rolodex collaboration. Many people here have actually been on panels that I have hosted, whether at Nobel Week or here locally with the Institute for the Future. And then sharing knowledge. Stanford has been very kind in asking us to position some of our research and findings and projects for various classes and communities around campus. And finally, learning. Of course, as you're affiliated with Stanford, you can take classes here, be invited to wonderful forums such as this, and attend workshops. So those are just some of the ways that I see more connections between technology, society, education, and work, which is the area that I research and feel very passionate about. Thank you. I'll pass to my colleague.